Hey guys, it's Kim and Jen with Our Community Now, and we're back with another episode of Will You Accept This Rosé, where we recap everything that happened in last night's episode of The Bachelor.
Well, we've made some significant progress on a prophecy rosé. It's pretty dry, which we thought was fitting for an exceptionally dry take on this week's episode. Bottoms up, cheers.
Cheers. First things first, let's start with last week's rose ceremony with Nicole and Onyeka. They finally went home.
Nicole and Onyeka's drama came out of nowhere. It was just a slice at the end of the last episode, and then this episode it just got played up. So I would have liked to see that progress a little more.
I think we'll see it progress more in Bachelor in Paradise, so we'll see it then.
So the next portion of this trip, they're going to Vietnam. Everywhere that the Bachelor sends these girls is crazy humid. So their hair is just doomed. Everyone's hair in this episode looked so bad the whole time.
The first one-on-one this week went to Hannah G. Basically, the whole entire time, they went to a spa, they got a little massage, and just made out in, the shower, and Colton almost lost his virginity.
It was soft porn in the shower.
Yeah.
It was on par with Colton's date with Cassie last episode, except for this one was nicer because they're going to a spa and not a sandbar in the middle of the ocean.
Colton and Hannah G, they remind me so much of Ari and Lauren.
What was your favorite part of the date? Oh, I definitely liked showering with you and making out. And then the conversation they had when they were on the dinner portion of the evening, where they just had to keep their hands off of each other for 1 second, wasn't even that insightful to me either. It was basically just them talking about how her parents are divorced and his parents are divorced. And it's like, 50% of America is divorced. Love is a lie. That's why we're on this show. There was a kung fu training as a group date this week. And Hannah B, right? Hannah B, the pageant
Hannah
queen?
Beast.
Hannah Beast was ready to take on the world. Still can't formulate a sentence, but man, does she know her way around whirling a weapon stick.
I just feel like all the girls just honestly got their asses kicked in this episode.
It was great.
Especially Demi and Katie. I feel like Katie was like, every single girl in America just wanting to punch Demi, and she just rail her in the face.
Yeah. You watched the villain of the show curl up like a little baby and cry, and it was awesome.
Maybe her mom should have taught her some prison yard moves.
Yep.
So going on in the rest of the day after the girls got their asses kicked. So basically it's just Sydney just appearing out of nowhere, kind of pulling at Elise and being like, oh, I didn't get a one-on-one this week. I feel like I need to go home, and that's what she does. Colton just pretends to be upset.
And then as she was leaving was like, not every girl on the show is here for the right reason. Be sure that you're not distracted by shiny objects.
Things. Yeah,
shiny things. So this poor guy is just getting his head yanked around left and right by all the girls. I feel like this is an abnormal amount of chicks who just decide to leave the show.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who he's kicked off and who just asked to leave.
Right.
So, poor guy.
But I mean, you have a show with contestants that are all 22, 23, a girl who's never been kissed. What are you really expecting here?
Tayshia got the group rose. She sat down with him and didn't say anything in particular other than the fact that it was hard for her to watch him with other chicks, which, here we are, is the point of the show.
I just love when she got the rose, Hannah B's face. Did you really expect to get the group date rose 2 weeks in a row?
She is confused.
Kirpa, God. That one-on-one with Kirpa was just so painful and so boring.
I think it was a strategic move. Oh, super boring. It was a strategic move on Colton's part because he had to kind of figure out whether or not it was going to work out with Kirpa, because she's been a sleeper this whole time. So straight-faced the whole time. She didn't look like she was having fun.
No.
That's not resting bitch face either. It's just she's very platonic.
And I was just worried because 2 minutes into their date, there was no make-out whatsoever. So I was like, oh, she's for sure going home. But she ended up getting a rose. As soon as Colton gets back from his date, Demi decides to put her own little one-on-one and totally backfires in her face.
Don't know what the outfit choice was, because denim shorts and a salmon t-shirt is not what's going to woo the man of your dreams.
Right, she's coming in to take his virginity, and you show up looking like a Bratz doll. That walk-up was,
very scary. Very scary.
Creepiest thing to haunt my dreams forever.
That's why the producers on the show are so brilliant, because you can meme that 1,000 times over. She gets there, sits down, starts telling him how seriously, she feels about him and that she's falling in love with him, and he takes it so kindly and is like, actually, I don't see us getting there ever, so I don't know where this is going, and I just don't see us getting to that point. Well said, but crushed Demi.
I feel like I had to have been that awkward phone call with Tina in jail back home.
Yeah, the phone call with Mom.
I'm so upset that we don't get to meet her mom.
We didn't get to meet her mom, but we did get to see the box of gifts that she sent Demi from prison.
Oh, how lovely. Little dream catchers.
Dream catchers. What a metaphor.
So I feel like enough girls have already left. I was kind of surprised there was a rose ceremony, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't really cocktail hour, though.
Yeah. Chris swoops in and is like, ladies, there won't be a cocktail hour, so get ready for the rose ceremony of a lifetime.
Good old Katie, who we just learned about last week.
Yeah, Katie out of nowhere.
Yeah, Spencer one-on-one talking to Colton about how nervous she is to go home, and then, surprise, she goes home.
She choked. She choked hard this episode. She had one-on-one convos with him twice and brought that up both times on the end of the group date. She did the same thing Sydney and Elise did, where they were like, I'm going to leave, but you should know not everyone here is here for the right reason.
Did you notice, though, like, the girls that went home this episode, they're all the brunettes, and, like, Tayshia's the only brunette that's left.
Yeah.
And they're all just the white blondes that are left. So that concludes this episode of Will You Accept This Rosé? Let us know what you thought of last night's episode in the comments below. And we'll see you again next week.
Be sure to follow our community now on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow our Rosé reviews at OCN_Rosé reviews on Twitter as well. We'll be live tweeting next week's episode. I'm making a lot more progress than you are.
I don't need to catch up.